our hope, but it is a party for the seniors that have graduated from Medfield High School, and it is 8 hours of food and fun and activities.
Hi, welcome to Citizen Spotlight. I'm Pam Jones, and I'm here with the co-founders of the all-night graduation party. Not co-founders, co-directors of the all-night graduation party, Tracy Rogers and Tracy Fedak. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having us, Pam.
Now, I'm sure a lot of the audience would like to know, what is this? You see ANGP. What is it?
Well, let me take that one, my friend here. ANGP stands for the all-night graduation party, and it is basically a time-honored tradition that has been going on in Medfield for a couple decades. I think this is our 23rd year. Wow. And I know.
What does it mean? What is? Obviously, it's all night, but is it during graduation or?
So it takes place on the night of graduation, and this year it happens to be on Sunday, June the 7th. I know that because I have a graduating senior, as do you.
And I do too. So I'm really looking forward to the whole thing. Now, what time does it start, and is it just for the seniors, or are there other people involved?
It starts at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
The seniors have to check in. But let me backtrack a little bit. I feel that I didn't quite answer that. So, I mean, I think most people know what the all-night grad party is, or at least that's our hope. But it is a party for the seniors that have graduated from Medfield High School, and it is 8 hours of food and fun and activities. And they started this really to give the kids something to do to celebrate their years of, being in the school and graduating from the high school. But there's another purpose.
So the all-night graduation party was put together 23 years ago, as Tracy said, and just so that you know, our names are the same. We're not making a mistake. She's Tracy, Tracy, and I'm Tracey, and we actually live one street over off Pine Street in the Hawthorne Village Estates. But the party, getting back to it, was started that 2 decades ago to really provide graduating seniors with a safe and fun way to celebrate on graduation night. Primarily a way to reduce drinking and driving, but making it a really fun night that all seniors would want to attend. So when they come to the party, there's 8 hours of fun. There's entertainment, there's fantastic food, there's a lot of activities for the kids to do, but it's also supervised. The supervision, I think, would you say, is pretty blind to the students? Or, I don't want to call them students because they're graduated,
right.
And they're
so
young
it's not
adults.
Like they're aware that they're being supervised.
I think they're not aware that they're being supervised. I think they're having a really good time, but there is supervision there. So that's what makes it attractive to them, right. So that they can go there, and their parents, one of the caveats to the piece of the party being supervised is that senior parents are not permitted to be on the premises the night of the party. The supervision and the chaperoning is all done by other parents in the community or other members of the community, so that the students feel that they are free to be themselves.
One of the nice things for parents like myself and like you, Pam, is that I have peace of mind knowing that my son, happens to be a son, is in, as Tracy said, a very safe environment. And really, he is having fun with his entire class, and this is kind of the last hurrah, for them. But really, I don't have to worry about that he's going from grad party to grad party and where he is and what he's
driving.
Doing. Yeah.
Now, one thing that I've heard, that this is a substance, alcohol and drug-free zone. How is that? How do you know?
Well, first, we're really lucky. The class of 2015, there's 200 graduates this year. As everyone knows, the kids in Medfield generally are really responsible, great kids. But kids being kids, when they come in to register for the party, they do go through a checking point. The Medfield Police has a police officer at the front door as well. There's no, when I say checking, they register, they talk to us for a minute. It's not like an official, like you're at the airport type of screening. It's very unofficial. Of course, they know all of the folks at the check-in. It's a small town, we all know each other. And when they come in, they relinquish their car keys. They can't bring anything with them like a backpack. So we give a sweep of the place before they enter, and we pretty much know when everybody's in that it's safe, the door's locked. Kids are not permitted to leave the party unless a parent comes to pick them up, and we have written approval about that prior to the party. So it's pretty well organized by the parents and by the community to keep it a safe environment. And we've, in 23 years, to my knowledge, I have not been at all 23 parties. I do not have a 23-year-old yet, but that there has never been an incident. The kids, the parents, the community value the party, and it comes through.
That's what I was going to say. You know, as a parent, I'm a big fan. And as a previous volunteer, I've seen firsthand how great the party is. But before I got involved, before I had anybody in the high school, I liked the idea personally of these graduates not running around Medfield on the streets night of graduation. I don't have to worry about staying in, like kind of like what you do for New Year's Eve sometimes, because you know it's a big party night. So I think it's a great service just to the community at large to have them all sort of crowd together having a great time.
Thank you. And really, you hit upon, as Tracy said, that is truly the main goal of the party. And when I was talking earlier about all the fun and the entertainment and the things that we provide, we do that to truly entice the kids to want to come. So we have a great participation rate. We have over 95% of all the classes all the time. You know,
that's amazing, actually. Not over 95%. Because what other activity can boast those numbers?
The kids definitely want to go, and I think another part of the party that is sort of a subtle benefit that people they unconsciously know is that it's a no pressure party. All the seniors are welcome to come, and I think adolescents, whether you have an adolescent or you don't, we've all been there. Has its ups and downs. There's a lot of pressure socially, academically, and I think when you're done with high school and it's graduation evening, at that point you've been accepted to college, but with acceptance also comes rejection. There's very few students who are accepted at every college that they want to go to. There's the going to the prom. The kids have a great time doing that, but you still have to ask somebody. In most
have to wait
cases,
to be asked.
Yeah. In another case, you have
yeah.
to get a dress, and there's all of these fun events, but they come with a little bit of a social pressure. It's
Right.
at least been my experience. My oldest son is only a junior. My other kids are younger, so I'm only coming into it. But what I loved about the graduation party last year, which was the first year I attended it, is that the kids just come. Everybody are in shorts and t-shirts. You don't have to buy a dress. You didn't have a date. Many times kids were coming on their own because they were coming from their own family dinners after
Right.
graduation. And they were together really with all of that kind of crazy adolescent high school barriers really sort of eroding at that point. And they were one really nice group of kids. And it was a very fun, I don't want to sound too sappy, but it was heartwarming. It really was heartwarming.
Well, I have to say, I can verge into the sappiness too. I chaperoned last year, and not my children. My children seemed to have a big, huge, nice group of friends, but I had a few struggles going through school. And so I'm always, whenever I'm looking at kids in high school especially, looking for the kids on the outside, looking for the kids in the corners, trying to make sure everybody's happy. And I have to say, I did not see that at all. And I also saw a lot of groups forming and reforming with different members. It seemed like the kids were definitely taking this as our last chance to talk to everybody, and they tried to talk to everybody. And I've heard this from other people. Have people come up to you afterwards and said what a great event this was for their kids?
Absolutely. Absolutely, they
Yes.
have. We've just have gotten nothing truly but positive feedback. And our, goal, or one of our goals, is to again, get 100% participation. We want, this. It is open to all students in the high school, but we want all students to take advantage of it. And we personally have put in a lot of time into this, but so have countless other volunteers.
Well, let's talk about that. Give the audience an idea of how many people it takes to put this event on.
What would you say?
Well, you have each Wednesday night, one of the key parts of making the party so attractive is that parts of the high school are really transformed into a theme that we can't reveal on TV, but we can reveal it after June 7th. We promise to come back with some footage because it's a surprise for the seniors. And that transformation through the decorating committee, which Tracy heads, so I really need to hand it over to you, but I'm going to tell you she's done a fantastic job, and she won't say that. So you have probably a group every Wednesday that comes, would you say 30 to 40 people?
Yeah.
That we can count on who are creating the decorations under, we've divided it with about 10 captains of different areas. So Tracy has about 40 people who come, and then I would say administratively we have about another 20.
Gosh, at least.
So we probably, and then for the part of installing it and then cleaning up, all in all, I think it takes, I don't want to overstate it, but I think there's probably 100 volunteers probably sums it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and I was gonna go a little bit higher with that one because.
But we can always use more. I don't want to.
And that's one thing I wanted to say. First of all, I know for decorations, you definitely have some incredibly creative people, but you also have opportunity in the decorations for people like me who I can cut on a line and I can color things in, but I couldn't design it. And you've got need for that over the years.
We do. And I think that that's really one of the nice things about it. And I know that people have said to me personally, I can't do that, I'm not creative. But you hit the nail on the head. There are people that are creative, and there's enough people that are creative that they have the vision, and we just need people to help us make the vision come to
execute it.
Yeah, come to life. As corny, as hokey as that sounds, but and I was just going to say, touching on what you said, Tracy, is that we do have about 60 people that have been working on this for truly a year. We started meetings, last August of 2014 for this 2015 party. But there are other people who have just come one time to a decorating thing, or have just, donated, a thing, or, props for the party. And so really there are many people who have done many different things, big, small, and in between to pull this whole thing off.
Well, and one thing I keep telling people that I know in town is I think sometimes people think of the volunteering as being only for senior parents. But really, it's for anyone who wants to be involved. You don't even have to have kids in the system. If you just want, one thing I have to tell you, one thing I really like about these get-togethers is how friendly and inclusive they are. And so if you are feeling like you want to meet a great group of people and get involved in something that's really good for the community, I think this is a good way of doing it, whether you have a student or not.
I think that that's perfectly said. I wish I could add more to that, but
well, I'm going to add some more because in fact we have 2 parents who come every single Wednesday night who don't have kids in the Medfield High School. Actually 3 parents whose kids are graduates and they've been involved in the all-night graduation party, and they are still really involved, and each are doing a hallway for us of decorating. And,
that's a big commitment.
And helping the new captains sort of learn the ropes of the measurements and different things and what might work and might not work. So it's been really great to have those 3 folks come back every single year. And I think, I'm thinking of Patricia, her son, I think he's a junior or senior in college, so she's been coming for 5 years. Since, not 5, that's 3 years since her son graduated. And
I said there'd be no math.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
But the point is that we have these people who feel so strongly about what the party stands for and what it is, and that their own children had such a good time that they really want to help make it a success year after year. And I know that sometimes people probably get tired of, okay, what are we being hit up for again? Or, what is this fundraiser? But truly, we feel very strongly that this benefits not only the seniors, but like you said, the whole community. And my friend here is holding a...
well, this is what I was going to say. You started it.
Thank you.
So the parents of the seniors are sent out something asking for a voluntary donation at the beginning of the year, and they don't have to donate to have their kids come. Their kids can come anyway.
Correct.
But not to, we've just got to lay it on the line. we could always use more money.
That's right. About 2 weeks ago, we did our annual appeal. I think most people are familiar with it because they've been doing it for many years on the blue paper, and seeking contributions from the community of any amount, or a prize if that's what you would like to donate, or some time. And we would love more Medfield community support as we approach the big day and we have to pay a couple of bills that night.
That's right.
It's always good to have a little bit more capital in the bank account.
Right. So if you're not able to give your time, which we'd love to have, if you want to write a check, that would be very helpful too.
And the checks would be mailed to P.O. Box 38 right here in Medfield to the all-night graduation party. So it's very simple. ANGP, P.O. Box 38.
Could not be easier. Well, I am very excited about this whole thing. I can't wait to see how it all turns out. Is there anything else you want to leave us with?
Well, I would just want to say that I really wish your son and your daughter and the rest of the class of 2015 our very best wishes from the Medfield community. It's been, I know, my pleasure and Tracy's pleasure to work on this party this year. We've done it happily, and we wish the best for these students. They're a great group of kids, and I'm looking forward to seeing them on June 7th.
Oh, and thank you. And I do want to say one more thing. In the audience, you don't have to be a senior in order to see the amazing things they've done. Tell them when it's open to the public.
Well, there's actually 2 different times that they could see the decorations and the theme. The first is after graduation on June 7th, and graduation takes place at 1 o'clock. And my first child going through graduation, not sure how long that lasts, but after graduation, I think it's around 3 o'clock, we open up, the building, no seniors, to anybody who's interested, and you can tour the building. So that's the first time. And if you can't make it on Sunday, we actually have it opened on Saturday at around 10 o'clock in the morning. We might still be finishing up doing a couple things, but
we might put you to work if you still are and you come in, but that's okay.
All right, and just if you do come see it, it's a secret. Don't let your seniors know what the theme is, because part of the fun is to show up and see what's all going on. Well, thank you guys. It's been so much fun talking to you about the all-night graduation party, and I hope that we have educated everyone about it and that they give their time or their money. And thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you for having us.
thanks, Pam.